Here are 6 cars the middle class can no longer afford in today's economy. And if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Matthew Long, and on this channel, all we talk about is making money, saving money, and how to better invest. So it's really hard for me to make today's video because I came across a recent article on banking rate. Let me show you the article. So on this online article that I read, it identified 6 vehicles that we have loved and enjoyed for many, many years as Americans, but can no longer afford them due to based interest rates and the price of cars today. So if you know me, I'm a numbers guy. I had to immediately run numbers after reading this article. So for most of you guys, I live in Arizona, and our household median income for middle class right here, as you can see in Arizona, is right about $69,000 for a household. And I would say that's right around middle class. So just keep in mind, whenever we're buying cars in my videos, I always allocate 10% of our take-home pay to budget for a vehicle. So let's run that 10% budget on these 6 vehicles and see if we can actually afford them or not afford them. So one of the first vehicles of the 6 that was mentioned in this article was a simple BMW 3 Series sedan. This is an introductory luxury sedan. A lot of us have enjoyed them. They're great vehicles. But again, can we afford it? Well, let me do the math real quick in my car calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and jot down some numbers here real quick, and I'm going to show you if we can afford this car. So stay with me, guys. $69,000, 10% allocated of our take-home pay, we'll just call it $6,900. If we divide that by 12-month calendar year, we can afford about $575 a month for a car payment. Simple enough, right? All right, so let's take a look at that BMW 3 Series now. So for a baseline BMW 3 Series, it's going to be right around $45,495 for this model. So here's what I came up with. So using the MSRP right around $45,495 for the 3 Series, I'm going to do what's a very common loan term of 72 months. And the interest rates will say about 6.5%. That's usually on excellent credit, 725 credit score and above. There's not going to be any incentives. I'm not going to do any down payment. I'm not going to trade a vehicle in. Again, the numbers can move left or right depending on what you're doing. I just want to keep the math very simple for today's video. And in my state, our sales tax is pretty doggone high, but I'm just going to call it 9%. It's a little bit higher than that. And for tax, title, registration, the registration and other fees will be about $2,000. And as you can see below me, this is how the payment came out. I mean, $764 a month car payment. Now that's pretty standard for a lot of people out there. I mean, I'm seeing car payments as high as $1,000 or more on a lot of these social media videos. But in today's video, can the middle class no longer afford these types of vehicles? Well, looking at the math, $764, and on our budget, with the median household income of $69,000, that's a little bit higher than $575 a month. So let's see if we can actually afford the other 5 models. Well, how about an Audi A4? They start at $42,295. Unfortunately, when we do the same math with 72 months financing, 9% tax, fees, registration, and such, that's going to come out not much better at $750 a month. How about a Ford F-150? Everybody loves a truck, a good quality truck like a Ford. So even if you got a baseline, I'm talking super based Ford F-150 MSRP right around $38,565, you do the same math that we just did on the other 2, it comes out to $648 a month. Again, we're only supposed to allocate 10% of our take-home budget of $575. This indeed is out of the cards too. I mean, come on. You're kidding me, right? A Honda Odyssey minivan. All right, you ready for this? It's even higher on the MSRP on a base model minivan of the Ford F-150, $39,000. So we already know the answer. I don't even have to go in the details. $658 for a minivan. We can't even afford a minivan right now. That's crazy. What about a simple, small, mid-size Nissan Pathfinder SUV? $37,175 base model MSRP? Nope. $624 a month. Man. So even if I got a basic model, I'm not talking about Cobra, any of the high-end models, none of that. Just a simple base. The Ford Mustang starts right around $35,000 and change. Again, my payment is right around $595 to $600 a month. That's above my 10% threshold of $575. So the article brings up an excellent point. I guess these 6 cars that we've enjoyed are now outside of middle class means if we actually budget properly. Well, that's that, you guys. Unfortunately, after doing a little diligence after reading that article, unfortunately, it is indeed true. These 6 cars are no longer affordable to middle class Americans. Now, again, you could afford them or budget them in. But you're going to go over that 10% if you're part of that household median income. Again, if you're making more income, awesome. That's great for you guys. But for most of us, if we're in that threshold, we're actually going to have to take away from our housing budget or other budgets, which are already pretty much thin in times like today, to make it work. So, man, this is kind of a gut-wrenching video, but that's just the facts right now. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. I will see you guys on the next one.